How's it going, everyone? I'm Adam.
And I'm Tony.
And we work at the Drum Center of Portsmouth, the largest independently owned drum store in the world. All of the drums and cymbals that you see. Tony, what video are we doing today?
It's that jazz kit video.
Oh.
Are we doing a jazz video?
Obviously.
Music like jazz. It's music based on fear.
Hi everyone, I'm Tom.
And I'm still Tony.
And today we are comparing 4 high-end jazz drum sets under $2,500.
The idea for this video came about when we were looking into doing a slightly different video about jazz and bop drum kits. That was going to be a bit more of a big spread in terms of price point, but we noticed that there were 3 or 4 kits that were right in this exact same kind of tiny little price range. So we decided to focus on these 4 kits that are all within $300 of one another.
All 4 of these shell packs feature the same sizes: a 12x8 rack tom, a 14x14 floor tom, and an 18x14 bass drum. Some of these sets feature bass drum mounted tom arms, some don't. But even with the cost of a snare stand factored in, you'd still be at or under the $2,500 mark.
As we usually do with these types of comparisons, we wanted to have the heads all be the same for each kit. So we decided to go with a very traditional setup with coated ambassadors over clear ambassadors for the toms, a coated ambassador bass drum head. This is where we kind of got experimental. We wanted a little bit of control, so we put a hazy felt tone on the front, which I thought kind of controlled it a bit, which is nice, and a coated ambassador on the snare drum.
The cymbals that I chose for this video are from the Royal Cymbal Company. We have a pair of 14-inch Royal Dry hi-hats, a 20-inch EAK style crash, and a 22-inch Bill Stewart style ride.
First up is this DW Performance Series kit in our DCP exclusive Walnut Lacquer finish.
The drums on this kit feature 8-ply HVX maple shells. The toms feature 45-degree back cut edges, while the kick and snare feature 60-degree edges. All drums feature quarter turret lugs. The bass drum has no mount, and the snare drum we're using is a matching 14x5.5.
We're starting right off with a kit that we were very interested to see how it would do. You don't typically think of a DW Performance kit as a strong candidate in the jazz world, so we were very curious. And what did you think about these?
First of all, the build quality is amazing. I mean, the fit and finish, outstanding. The chrome on the parts is very, very nice. And our exclusive finish, also very nice. Sound-wise, exactly what you want maple to do. Real warm, nice solid attack, beautiful overall.
The thing that stuck out to me the most was the low end that these had. They have a very powerful, deep, but also kind of controlled low end that translated really nicely with the microphones. Next up is this gorgeous George Way Aristocrat in 6-point pink.
This kit was right up my alley. It's got 4-ply maple poplar shells with 2-ply reinforcement rings and 30-degree bearing edges all around. It's got some snazzy turret lugs, double-edged, triple-flanged hoops, which are specific to George Way drums. Again, no mount on the bass drum on this kit, and the snare we're using this time is a matching 14x7 model.
I would say that the staff here is split right down the middle. Some people absolutely love this color, other people literally can't stand it. I'm one of the ones that does like it, and I think it looks really cool. I mean, it just adds to the experience. This kit in particular, for whatever reason, when I was tuning it up, I was really enjoying the feedback and feel of these.
This kit had kind of the most vintage feel, I guess you could say, of all of the ones that we tried. The 30-degree edges are a little rounded over. The lacquer even covers the edges for added smoothness. I got a little warmer, fuzzier kind of response from these drums, which I really enjoyed.
This is definitely my favorite snare drum of the group. I liked this drum when we did a drum bowl thing a few weeks back, and guess what? My opinion stays the same. I love this drum. Next, we have the obligatory Gretsch USA offering. This is the Brooklyn in Blue Burst Pearl.
This is a classic shell. These are 6-ply North American maple poplar shells with 30-degree edges. The toms and snare feature 302 double-flanged hoops. This kit includes a tom arm mounted on the bass drum, and the tom is fitted with a suspension mount. And the snare drum we chose is a 14x5 8-lug model in satin ice blue metallic.
When you think about jazz drums, the first thing that usually comes to mind is Gretsch. So I knew this kit would do well, and surprise, surprise, it did. I thought it had everything you would want. If you're going for a traditional bop or jazz style drum sound, this had the right kick drum sound, bass drum sound for all you jazz nerds. It had the right bass drum sound. The toms had a beautiful open tone with a great amount of sustain. The snare drum was nice and crispy.
Yeah, these drums sing. I mean, in the truest sense, like, they're so open, they're so musical, they give you a lot back. I think there's kind of a reason that when people think of jazz kits, they think of Gretsch, and this is it.
Last up is the Canopus Yaiba II in matte indigo lacquer.
The shells are 100% maple in an 8-ply layup with 45-degree edges. It's got triple flanged hoops on the toms and snare. The lugs are real nice. They are a very sleek low mass design. And as an added bonus, which you get on all Canopus drums, all of the tension rods feature bolt-tight washers. This kit also features a mount on the bass drum and a suspension mount on the tom. And the snare we chose for this is a 14 by 5.5 in antique brown matte finish.
The first thing that jumped out to me with this kit is that they have a very warm, soft, pillowy sound, especially on the toms. Volume-wise, they were a little bit quieter.
It did kind of feel that way. They responded very well, real fun to play, but somehow the volume was just decreased by, 10% or so. They still sounded great.
There you have it, 4 jazz kits under $2,500. Tom, what was your favorite one?
It was kind of a toss-up, I think, between the Gretsch and the George Way. The Gretsch really did stand out for how lively and musical it was. The George Way, like I said, just kind of had that vintage vibe, though.
For me, it was tough. I mean, each kit kind of has their own really, really strong attributes. You know, the Canopus is the most affordable. The DW has a really great controlled but powerful low end. The Gretsch kit has that great Gretsch sound. You know, and then the George Way had something kind of its own. I like something about each kit, but my favorite, I guess I would have, if I had to pick one, would be the Gretsch Brooklyn. It just, to me, it had all of the characteristics that I'm looking for in this type of drum sound and then some.
We want to know what you thought. Let us know in the comments section which one was your favorite. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps us when you do.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Guys, are you done? Can I come back?
Sure.
Do da 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 do 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 da.
You're playing a song, playing it wrong, then it's like everyone
And
goes,
it's like, oh, great,
jazz,
oh,
of course.
art form, you
Yeah.
played it wrong.